Welcome to your Around the Peninsula. I'm Airman First Class Devin Oatstein. Meeting a 6-foot 10-inch man doesn't occur every day. Talking to a 10-time Major League Baseball All-Star doesn't happen often either. Katusa Corporal Chung Ho joins a group of awestruck fans.
You got it?
Randy Johnson, 5-time Cy Young Award winner and second in all-time strikeouts, takes time to talk and meet with service members.
He's so tall. I wasn't expecting that.
When I was in Afghanistan, I had incoming mortar fire on me. And when I was in Ramstein, I visited wounded warriors that could have been on their deathbed. You can't put a price on or say a big enough thank you for what they do. I try to tell a lot of people that I know that are movie stars and musicians that we wouldn't have the opportunity to do what we do without the service people. Until there's world peace, I'm glad there's people that are willing to do what they do to protect me and my family and the United States.
It's great that he shows support for our soldiers out here and that we're not forgotten, especially around the holidays.
Katusa Corporal Chung Won-ho, USAG Yongsan, Korea.
Randy Johnson will visit garrisons around the peninsula. Not every country that you can be stationed at has variety of beers to choose from that America has, and some simply will not stand for that. A group of committed troops in Korea, known as the Osan Home Brugade, take it upon themselves to assure that they never have to settle for half-rate lagers, all while creating bonds and friendships that help them through their overseas tour.
When you think of brewing beer, it's usually about the flavors, the ingredients, or the painstaking wait before you can drink it. What you probably don't associate with brewing is its ability to help build communal and family bonds. And for Captain Dan Jasper at Osan Air Base, that's exactly what brewing beer has produced, aside from delicious craft beer, of course. Korea doesn't have a strong presence in the international beer scene, so to beer lovers stationed in Korea like Dan, he was not going to settle for light lagers. Instead, he decided to take action by joining forces with some of Korea's biggest beer advocates in a group they call the Osan Home Brigade.
This is how we've built our community of fellow beer connoisseurs. In the States, you have much more opportunity to go find the good beer and the good locations and the good hangouts. Well, right now, each other's kitchen is that hangout.
But the communal brewing experience isn't limited to Dan's friends. At this point in his brewing career, even his family can tell you how it's done.
So first we take the bottles and clean them out and let them dry for a little bit. And then we transfer the beer from one container to another so we can then bottle it. And then my brother takes a long stick, I don't know what it's called, and he puts it in the beer bottle and it fills it up. And then I take it and hand it to my dad where he puts on the caps and seals them. And then they go back into the little beer cellar to ferment a bit longer.
So if an 11-year-old can do it, why aren't you?
I mean, if you're here in Korea and you're like us and you can't find good brew, make your own. It's not very hard. If you can boil water, you can pretty much brew beer.
It's a craft within a craft. And if you're considering your own microbrew, the Brigade will be in Osan, ready to critique every last drop of your beer. Reporting from Osan Air Base, Senior Airman Adam Harder, AFN Kunsan, Korea.
The Osan Home Brigade includes members from over 4 different military bases in Korea. When a 4-star general comes into a room, a normal reaction is to come to attention, but these little tykes have a different response. Petty Officer Justin Rouse reports.
Okay, Dad spoke not a word, but went straight to his work. He sliced up the turkey.
It's the fall season and the holiday spirit is all around. The Yongsan Library hosted a Thanksgiving storytime read by the commander himself.
By taxi and airplane, by train and by car.
It was a great event here at the library where we had General Scaparrotti and his wife come and read stories to the kids and talk about Thanksgiving and the first Thanksgiving and why we celebrate it. And then we got a chance to cut the turkey or carve the turkey here, and then all the kids are enjoying a little bit of a Thanksgiving dinner here for lunch with turkey and mashed potatoes, and it's a really great event.
And the stories chosen for the event?
Well, they read a story about the first Thanksgiving and how people put on a play. The mouse fell down and the cat wanted him.
I I think it's terrific. It's really showing that he cares about the youth here. He's encouraging reading, plus just facilitating family events here at Yongsan. So I think it's wonderful that he came out and took the time, and not just to come, but to come in his uniform. And kids always enjoy seeing people in uniform, even when they grow up around it. So I'm really thrilled with this event. I know this is our first Thanksgiving here also, but we certainly hope that it continues.
Petty Officer Justin Rouse, Yongsan, Korea.
The event finished with turkey, cake, and balloons. Learning to survive in Korea may be simpler than it sounds. Senior Airman Emma Duff explains.
Being stationed in a different country can sometimes be a culture shock. The Airmen and Family Readiness Center at Osan Air Base tries to alleviate this change by offering a class called Survival Korean. Participant Sarah Turk-Hofmann has only been in Korea for a week.
I don't want to be that person who just goes out and expects everyone to know English. So I want to be able to make that effort and communicate in their language.
Instructor Tok Hui shares her thoughts on this effort.
I highly recommend, even though say 안녕하세요, very basic, like how to say hello. There were Korean people make really happy with that.
Taking the initiative to attend this class is only part one. Learning to actually speak these basic phrases makes up the rest.
It was good to practice the back and forth parts of the conversation. So yeah, not just repeating words, but to actually have the conversation. Very helpful.
Ms. Kim enjoys building the skills necessary to cross this language barrier.
I am very proud to work as a Korean ambassador, and I can be bridge. I'm kind of a bridge between Korean and American people.
One class to strengthen the bond between Americans and Koreans, as well as helping make the best of your time away from home. Senior Airman Emma Duff, Osan Air Base, Korea.
Survival Korean classes are 1-hour classes held twice a month at the Airmen and Family Readiness Center. One female airman's job is simple, making sure everyone's fit to fight.
6, 7.
Maintaining physical fitness is an integral part of military service. As the NCO in charge of the fitness assessment cell at Osan Air Base, it's Staff Sergeant Eleanor Fyler's job to administer the test that could make or break an entire career.
The full test consists of the abdominal circumference portion, and then we do the height and weight with that as well. And then we do the push-ups and sit-ups, which is the muscular fitness, and then we do the 5-kilometer run or the 2-kilometer walk for members who exempted from the cardio portion of the test.
Since the PT test is so important, staff at the fitness cell prioritize being completely objective while scoring a test. This allows testees to truly demonstrate their abilities. Master Sergeant Jason Selman just finished one of his best assessments yet.
They do a great job. They're fair. They do a good job measuring our fitness ability.
Halfway, sir. 4 laps left. 5:16.
And as Staff Sergeant Fyler's time in the cell progresses, she continues to appreciate one thing above all else.
The best part that I love about running fitness assessments is actually watching people succeed at their fitness assessments. It's watching the fitness assessments evolve since I've been in 2006 is just amazing. So watching people succeed at this is awesome.
Senior Airman Robert Mason, Osan Air Base, Korea.
Everyone in the Air Force is subject to fitness testing. A pitcher may throw a perfectly placed fastball, but it will not get him the out if his infielders or catcher drops the ball. Pitchers on the mound throw their best ball, trusting their teammates to perform. Katusa Corporal Chung Won-ho has a story of how trust leads to championships.
Baseball is my life, and I believe I was born to be a baseball player.
The Korean national Little League team visits USAG Yongsan to tell us the secrets behind their amazing journey from underdogs to world champions.
Even if 1 or 2 individuals on the team play well, without collaboration and trust, the team will fall apart and lose every game.
Today is a chance to learn that teamwork exists not only in baseball, but also between 2 nations.
I didn't realize that the relationship between the United States and Korea was so close, but now I realize that it is a two-way relationship built on trust and partnership. Overall, today was a very meaningful and enjoyable day.
Katusa Corporal Chung Won-ho, USAG Yongsan, Korea.
The Korean Little League baseball team won the 2014 World Championship, a first since 1985. That was your Around the Peninsula for Thursday, November 27th. To see these stories and others, go to the AFN Pacific website or view them through the AFN Pacific app. From all of us at AFN, enjoy your evening.